Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to Tori. It's been a little bit since I last jumped into this lovely story, and things were just getting good. I decided to take a little bit of a break and jump more into Umineko, but that shit is stressing me out, so back to Tori where things are a little bit more fun and, casual, even so we've got, some crazy stuff going on behind the scenes, I guess you can argue. But yeah. Welcome back. We are now in a fake relationship, I think. I think that's where we left off. We're still working on Mary's play, getting that all together, so I think that's pretty much where we're at, Mary's acting sucks. She's got to play together, making some, fine-tuning here and there as we get into some actual, rehearsal and practice and all that. Other than that, fake relationship. To try and learn how it is to be in a real relationship, I think. What exactly are we supposed to do now that we're pretending to be in a relationship? Oh yeah, by the way. Good question, but I just wanted to let you guys know, yes, the Steam release of Tori is coming up. I brought that up in the last episode, but also, if you're watching this video around the time it's coming out, or that it has come out, join my Discord server if you would like a chance at a free copy of Tori on Steam. I am giving one away, so join my Discord, link in the description somewhere below or on the side or wherever YouTube has it now, and join up. Or if you're like a whole year late to this, then you can still join the server. I give stuff away here and there, so might not be Tori, but it could be something even crazier. Mary mutters anxiously as we make our way to school. What do we do indeed? I've never had a girlfriend before. I've had a girlfriend. I've had a couple in my lifetime or so, just young youth, a couple relationships back in high school, one during the college to university days. It's fun. Haven't had one recently, but that's besides the point. I've had sex with tons of girls, I haven't, but I've never been in an agreed upon relationship with one. Mary calls out to Sayo, who's a few steps ahead. Yeah, it would have been nice to know that she was here. Sayo stops, turns to face us, and sighs before answering. Hey, I dig it. No, I'm good. Mary slips right through Sayo's trap. Ouch. Mary groans and scowls in the most adorable way. Everyone's different, Like, just being a composer doesn't mean you'll be able to put on a great recital. Exactly. If they did, all our world-class athletes would become international best-selling authors. Yeah, I can believe that. Knowledge is one thing, but experience is another. You can learn all you want. Especially in a school setting, you can learn all you want, but how you apply it in your life, and what you do with it, and really, how you tie it together with experiences that may not necessarily be related. It really does change the game. That's what I'm saying. I think that just having knowledge lets you go further than just having experience does.
そうね。まあせいぜい頑張りなさい。劇の成功のためにも。
Remember, guys, don't base your romance knowledge off of anime, you know? It's all about that experience. Just leave all the anime shit out of it, you know? Sayo starts walking the moment she's had enough of the conversation. We could start from here. I hold out my hand to Mary as she watches Sayo walk away.
手をつないだり、腕を組んだり。いかにも恋人同士のお約束って感じだけど。
Guys, I know the holding hands, you know, that's lewd sort of thing or whatever, but no, I swear to you, just like the simple contact with a significant other can just like make your day. It can.
でも、人前だとまずいよね。リツくんの場合。
There's nothing bad about it. I mean, sure, people would gossip if they saw us, but that's hardly the worst thing.
まずいよ。リツくん目当てにお芝居を見に来る子だっているはずだもん。なるべくこっそりやらないと。
Okay then. I mean, I kind of get her point actually. You know, there's only one guy here, and you know, if he's taken away, then watching a play with him as the star, that's kind of gonna, you know, maybe, you know, throw some people off. They're not gonna be as interested, maybe. Guess my dream of holding hands will have to wait. We can do it later in, like, the sanctuary of our home or whatever. Away from the prying eyes. Having said that, needing to be inconspicuous is proving to be more of a problem than I expected. Doing anything in class is obviously out of the question, and trying to go anywhere together during break is too suspicious. We tried out slipping notes to each other as we passed in the hallway. It was Mary's suggestion, which explains why it sounds so ancient. Yeah, I was gonna say, everybody has a cell phone now. All that really helped with was discovering that trying to create a moment when we're walking past each other is pretty unnatural.
思ったより難しいね。
It is crazy that, like, what, 20 years ago? Maybe just like a smidge over 20 years ago? Jesus Christ, I'm getting old. Yeah, passing notes in class or like as you walk by and everything, that was your method of inconspicuous communication in school. But now, you just text each other. Nobody's really gonna like peek into that. Or like in class, it's like, you know, pass this note down to so-and-so. The reason why they did that back then is because that was the method of communication. But now you can just shoot a text. And it's easier than ever because, well, back when cell phones came out, they were just the flip phones, Jesus Christ, that just took forever to actually compose a legitimate message. It'd have to be something short and probably really awful to look at. Mary comes down to the courtyard as I suggested in my note. Here she looks around with a forced smile. At least there are fewer people than in the classroom. Any hand-holding or kissing would still be instantly spotted, and then the rumors would fly. Yeah, it doesn't matter what fucking school you go to. If it's a giant-ass school or a small school, rumors, oh my god, they just go. They just really do. I mean, in college, people don't give a shit, but like in the high school setting, where you're forced to be there, not prison-like, but, you know, you're just there. It's a part of everybody's life. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Basically, it's going to be practically impossible for us to avoid people on the weekdays, especially at the academy in the day. Unless there's a locked room somewhere we can sneak our way into.
本を読んでいると、学園でのひそやかな恋みたいな話、割と多いんだけど。
Just throwing this out, by the way. The realization that, like, it's more than 20 years ago that, like, passing notes in class and all that, that just kind of scared me. I'm just gonna throw that out there, guys. Jesus. Like, whenever I went to middle school and such, they had, like, a strict ban on phones. And I know that whenever I was getting out of middle school, that was at the late 2010s, or 2000s, excuse me. Late 2000s, early 2010s, phones were like a no-go. But iPhones were just coming out and everything, and smartphones in general. So that, you know, everything was sort of changing. And then in high school, everybody has something. Real life doesn't go the same as in the stories.
そうだね。ちょっと考え直した方が良さそう。
I'm just gonna throw out there, I think technology ruined a whole lot of shit. Mary looks up to the sigh with a small sigh. Alright, that's a new one. I also like to look up at the sigh with a small sigh. After that, we decide to spend some time in my room after class so we can be alone. Oh yeah, we're making it awkward. Mary is currently rereading all the romance fiction that she has in her possession. She must have used them for reference when she was writing the script, as there are tags stuck to a bunch of pages. It's surprising, rude of me to say so, that she took it so seriously.
やっぱり恋人らしいイベントって詰まるところデートに集約されちゃう感じだよ。
Ah, damn. Sorry, I was trying to get a drink of water, and I timed it wrong. It's really hard to time those. I'm sorry I can't leave here. There's no chance of us taking a trip anywhere.
それは気にしないで。
Mary lifts her head up from the book and smiles wryly at me.
結局ね、デートって言ってもそう特別なことじゃないんだよね。恋人、好きな人と一緒にいるから素敵な時間みたいな。
It doesn't even have to be a romantic date either. It could just be a friendship date.
これをしたから恋人らしい雰囲気に
Yeah,
な
I
る
go out with the
ってほ
boys
ど
all
で
the
もない
time.
というか。
Not a date, but like, you know what I mean. Or I've gone with female friends out before.
友達
No
同士で遊
romance
び
there
に行くのと
whatsoever.
そう変わらない気がするの。やってることそのものは。
That felt really sad to say, by the way. Now that I'm thinking back on it, don't get the wrong idea. But that's a good point. The issue is whether the mood is right, or in fact, if you can even hope for the mood to feel right. It seems that Mary wouldn't feel anything different to usual if we did go on a date. I know I sure would, however.
あとはまあ、やっぱり接触系のイチャイチャとかが重要なのかな。いわば肉体的にダイレクトな刺激。
Why are we so technical here? Mary shuts her book and squeezes down on my hand. Hers is so small and soft, enough to make me forget that she's a much older vampire and want to take care of her. Well?
リツくんの手、あったかくて気持ちいいよ。
Mine is always cold, like, I swear. And even in my last relationship, I would always be told by my partner, she would always say that my hand is fucking cold. And, like, that's not enjoyable to her. That's not enjoyable to anybody, not even to me.
なんだかすごくホッとする。
Yeah, see? Total opposite. It would make somebody feel not at ease. I doubt that's due to my powers. It shouldn't be, in theory. Any heart racing? Can't really force this shit. Mary scrunches up her face.
するような、しないような。刺激としては弱いのかな。
Stimulating, huh? I place my other hand on top of Mary's, wrapping it up. Then I begin to stroke gently.
くすぐったい
We
よ。
are not making progress here. I hoped it would be stimulating, but it ended up as a dumb joke.
でもちょっと嬉しいかも。可愛がられてるって感じで。
You're meant to be affectionate in a relationship, I think.
私、リツくんに可愛がられちゃったんだ。そういう風にしてもらえるの。
Aw,
久し
man.
ぶりだな。
God damn, don't do this. Mary's eyes narrow.
やっぱり嬉しいな。
The mood here seems to be getting pretty good if you ask me. I continue to stroke her hand.
これだけでリツくんのことを好きになっちゃう女の子、絶対たくさんいるよ。
Yeah, maybe here. In this isolated location without a single man, you think?
リツくん素敵だもの。
There's only one girl I want to fall for me. Or I want to fall for me. Do you think that yourself, Mary?
そう思うよ。
Then why not fall for me? Oh, as an act, I mean. For the play.
と、
This isn't gonna go smoothly, is it? She has spent the past 100 years not knowing love.
そうだ。暗示をかけてみようかな。
How so?
じゃあ、リツくんにかけてみるね。
Mary leans in, still holding my hand. Her face is pretty close. I feel like I'm being drawn into her beautiful eyes.
リツくんは私を好きになる。好きになる。
I'm already pretty close to that. But for now, I'll just play along.
好きになる。
Yeah, if any woman did this to me, it's over, gamers. Vampire or not, you know? Pretty effective, I'd say.
じゃあ、次は私だね。
Mary, you will... This is too embarrassing. I don't think I can do it. I mean, I'm already into her as it is. You try saying it yourself.
それって、 自己暗示ってこと？
Yeah, I think that would be more effective in your case.
わかった。
I was only making up an excuse, but Mary goes along with it.
じゃあ、自己暗示だから、私はリツくんを好きになる。好きになる。
I squeeze a little on her hand, praying that this works. My reflection sways slightly in her eyes.
好きになる。好きになる。
How was that?
ちょっとドキドキしたかも。
Well, yeah, you're saying some pretty ridiculous shit. Looks like it might have worked.
でも、なんか無理やりな感じもするね。
Everything here is forced, but it didn't work well enough. Well, you were trying to persuade yourself.
でも演じるのって思い込みとか自己暗示みたいなものだよね。
Yeah, you might be onto something there.
私はリツくんを好きになる。あなたを好きになる。なんだか恥ずかしくなってきちゃった。
Mary finally lets go of my hand. I straighten up, feeling slightly disappointed. Maybe we should try something more stimulating this time.
手の甲にキスするとか？
Then I'd feel like I'm meeting the queen.
じゃあ
Can't you just call it a kiss? Haven't we gone through this like so many times before in the last episode? No, it's way too soon for that. Though, if it turns out to be our last resort, I'm more than willing to oblige. It's definitely far too early for Mary, though. She needs to be guided step by step. Say, is there anything that you'd like to do with me?
してみたいこと？
Mary looks at me blankly. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that would make your heart race. Just something you think might be fun to do, or that you're interested in. Mary ponders for a bit, then takes a book out of the pile and starts flipping through it.
これちょっとやってみたいかも。
Mary holds the book out to me, open to a tagged page. I skim over the pages enough to work out the scene is about the protagonist feeding soup to her sick boyfriend. You want to do the feeding each other thing?
私やったこともしてもらったこともないから。
Huh, I've never done that either. Though in my past relationship, I did do the lap pillow thing. It was 1, embarrassing as fuck, and 2, very uncomfortable.
もちろん赤ちゃんの頃とかにはあるのかもしれないん
And
だ
I
けど。
won't go into further
記憶には残って
explanation
な
on
いの。
that. But yes, we did try all the cutesy bullshit that you see in romance and anime and whatever. Sure, let's give it a go. And hey, if you like it, you could try putting it in the play. Like you could give me food in the scene where I wake up.
そうだね。いいアイデアかも。
See, that'd get the crowd going right there. Sadly, it's not yet dinner time, so we'll have to make do with tea and snacks. Still, what's important is what we do with them, and it will help lift our spirits besides.
はい。どうぞリツくん。召し上がれ。
Damn, this shit's cute as fuck. That's all I gotta say. Mary is such a, like, her design, I love it. Just straight up. Her design, her personality, just her voice actor comes in clutch too. Just everything, man, everything. Mary raises the cookie closer to my mouth. This leads to me making another new discovery. This is embarrassing. Thanks. I move my head forward and open my mouth, allowing Mary to place the cookie on my tongue. My lips come into contact with Mary's fingers as I close my mouth around the cookie. It tickles. It feels nice.
リツくん、リスさんみたいで可愛い。
Oh, that's fucking embarrassing. That's terrible. My mouth is too full to talk. It was a bad idea to eat it all at once just because of its diminutive size. At least Mary seems to be enjoying it.
可愛いから撫でてあげる。
Her tiny hand starts stroking my head.
よしよし。撫で撫で。
Oh no. Is there a term for this? Is there like a kink for this sort of shit? If I could talk, I'd complain about how embarrassing this is. Sadly, my mouth is still full of cookie. Knowing Mary put her heart into feeding me, this means I can taste nothing but sweetness.
子供みたい。
You're the childish one here.
私の方が年上ですから。
Doesn't matter how old you are if you still act childish, Mary says, brimming with pride. It's not a competition.
それ以上言ったらのでので読めちゃうよ。よしよし、なでなで。
For as embarrassing as it is, I can feel my eyes narrowing in pleasure. That's kind of childish, I'll admit.
かわいいかわいい。あ、かけらがついてる。じっとしてて。
Mary reaches out and picks off the crumb.
いただきます。
Oh,
はん。
okay, alright. She then plops it straight into her mouth.
まだついてる。
She wipes down the other side of my mouth.
はい、取れたよ。
Thank you. Though embarrassed, I somehow manage to swallow the rest of the cookie. Not a moment passes before Mary's holding a cup of tea to my mouth. It would be impractical for her to make me drink it, so I take it into my hands. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think we should have her try to, like, you know, what we just did here with the cookie. Let's not do that with the drink. I feel like that's just a recipe for disaster. Mary giggles as she watches me. Is it just me, or is the mood starting to get good around here?
思っていた以上に楽しいね。これ、リツくんはどんな感じ？
It's embarrassing, and if I'm being honest, it feels like I'm your kid.
私がリツくんのお母さん？
A very young mom, or, who isn't actually young at all. Given her age, she'd be a great-grandmother. You could probably stick another great on there, and you'd still be correct.
またまた失礼なことを考えてるでしょう。
I mean, it's not necessarily rude, we're just kind of, you know, throwing the number out there. You're imagining it, trust me.
私はごまかされないよ。
I thought she said her age didn't bother her. She always starts sulking when it comes up. At least she looks cute doing it. Hey, it's meant to be my turn to feed you. I'll even pet your head.
してくれるの？じゃあ、よろしくお願いします。
Oh, I'm sure this could go just so well, right? This can only go well. See, so easy to fool. Mary's eyes glisten as she slides the plate of cookies over to me. Okay, open wide, Mary.
あー。
Mary opens her mouth and jets her head forward, ready and waiting. Incredible. She's so cute, I think I'm starting to fall for her all over again.
リツくん？早く。
We're just, you know, basking it all in. Oh, sorry, here goes. I hurriedly put the cookie in her mouth. Mary snaps like a fish at bait, gobbling up my fingers along with the cookie. Okay, let's not make those noises. She sucks and licks at them. Why? That's not how you eat a cookie. And I just completely skipped that.
おいしい。
I was so taken aback that I just completely skipped that shit. Her lips are soft, her tongue warm, and pleasurable enough to send a shiver up my spine. Okay, I guess I didn't miss anything there. In truth, my fingers had only been in Mary's mouth for a short moment. That's not even how you're supposed to, like, feed people. You're not supposed to, like, shove your freaking fingers into their mouth to, like, get the food in there. No, you just... They take it with their teeth or their mouth or whatever, and that's it. Or they don't grab it with their tongue. Yet it felt like forever to me. My god, man. Though that's not quite true either. It was more that I wanted it to last forever. Temptation began to well up within as I looked into Mary's eyes. If she were to bite down, drink my blood, just what kind of ecstasy would I be left in?
これ、すごくいい気分だね。食べさせてもらうの。なんだか、ただ自分で食べるよりも美味しくなったような気がする。
There's no way that can be true, of course, but there's no reason to ruin the moment.
あ、リツくん、なでなでを忘れてる。
Oh, so I did. I'd been too preoccupied with obtrusive thoughts to remember, excuse me. I gently stroke Mary's little head.
気持ちいい。
Yeah, I've never done the petting thing, though. I will admit. That's something I don't think I've ever done necessarily. I don't know. Hand-holding, hugging, those are fun activities. Mary narrows her eyes happily, sending my heart racing once more.
やっぱりリツくんの手、気持ちいいよ。
She looks relaxed. I wish this was getting to her more, but it seems I'm just too good at bringing girls peace of mind. This gets me in the mood to tease her, so I rotate my hand around to tickle behind her ear.
リツくん、どこ触ってる
Your ear?
の？そうじゃなくて、せっかくなでなで気持ちよかったのに。
I can give you them whenever you like.
そうだね。恋人なんだから遠慮しなくていいもんね。あ、そうだ。ねえ、さっき言ってた劇の追加シーン、形だけでも練習してみない？ちょっとベッドで横になってみて。
Cool. Oh boy. I nod and walk over to the bed. This is kind of weird, but at the same time, it's interesting, right? After dinner, Mary and I take a walk discussing our day, only to find ourselves arriving at the greenhouse. I love this place.
やっぱり私、ここが好きだな。
Yeah. It's certainly pretty,
リツくん
excuse
と
me.
初めて出会った場所だもの。
Guess that means it's a pretty special place for me too.
相思相愛だ。ちょっとドキッとしちゃうね。
So I am starting to have the effect on her, huh? So, how'd you find your first day in a relationship?
楽しかった。
Good, I had fun too. But just having fun together is nothing we can't do as friends.
食べさせてもらうのは家族ごっこみたいで、ほんわかしたね。
Goddamn, let me get water. Oh, but there was that one moment that was basically an indirect kiss.
何が？
When you ate the crumb off my cheek.
あ、
What the fuck does that even matter? That's not even what I was thinking. Honestly, I swear, that is like the silliest thing that they have in this shit. Like, I know we joke around about the, oh, hand holding is lewd thing, but no, this is something that they take serious in this shit. And it's the most ridiculous thing. It means nothing. It seems she only just realized.
関節キスだったね。
Yep. Things have gotten a little awkward. It certainly beats her feeling like we're a family, though. What about the hand-holding stuff before that? I caved first under the pressure and changed the subject.
ああ、うん。それもほんわかしたよ。リツくんこそどうだった？
Your hand felt so small and kind of fragile. It made me want to protect you.
私のことを？
I guess that's weird to hear when you're a 100-year-old vampire. Someone who's lived for so much longer than me should be far more capable, too.
ううん。嬉しいよ。
You always want to have somebody that can care for you like that. Care enough that, to want to protect you, to, keep you healthy and shit.
やっぱりリツくんは王子様だね。
Keep you away from all the lions and
守ってあげ
whatever.
たいだなんて。
You think?
リツくんに守ってほしいって思う女の子はいっぱいいるよ。絶対。
Does that include you too?
私もかな。
I'll look after you forever if you'll let me. Damn, that was a good line. I am a vampire after all, blessed with eternal life. I was so embarrassed at what I said, I automatically switched into character to try and brush it off.
ああ、うん。それは理想だね。
Mary mutters sadly. In truth, she has eternal life, mine being finite. She must have just imagined us having to part, as far off as it may be. So come and live with me forever. I gently stroke Mary's chin.
リツくん。
Are we still acting in character, or what are we doing? Just ad-libbing. I thought it might work for the play.
もう、私のことからかってる？
That wasn't my intention. Just making the most of our fake relationship to try and get a real breakthrough. We did that suggestion stuff too. That might be useful for getting into character.
それについてなんだけど、ごめんなさい。
Huh?
あれ、とっても失礼だったなって後から思ったの。
The suggestion thing?
うん。だって、やっぱり無理やりじゃない？
I mean, a lot of things here was...
相手に好きになってもらうのも、恋ってもっと自然なものだと思うから。なのに暗示をかけるなんて、まるで相手に魅力がないですって言ってるのと同じじゃないかなって。
Well, I think another part of it is... a lot of people can be attractive, but you can't see that attractiveness. You don't have the opinion that they are attractive to you. But when you hang out with somebody and you get to know them a lot more and you see that other side of them, you start to have a change of opinion. So what you thought initially may be different, maybe even years down the line, That's how it can be sometimes. Love at first sight, god damn my dogs. Love at first sight isn't really it can be a real thing, but realistically, no. I gotta do something about my dogs. Well, I don't think I accomplished anything, but let us resume.
リツ君はとっても素敵なのに。
I didn't take it that way at all. Besides, I did it too. If you're guilty, then so am I.
怒ってもいいんだよ。
Well, we're not going to be. I have no reason to be.
リツ君、すごいね。
And so is Mary. I really don't think I am.
いろんなものを飲み込んじゃう。私の100年も飲み込まれそう。
Then
リツ君
I get closer to her and then pull her into a hug. Damn. Ritsu is just he's just going for it here. Maybe I should become like you too then. I could share the burdens of her loneliness, her sadness, her troubles, whatever.
私と同じになんてなっちゃダメだよ。
I'll do whatever it takes to be with you. As an adult, as a child, I don't care. Or even as a devil, the thought comes to me.
ダメだよ。リツ君。
I can sense her objections have gotten weaker. You don't need to worry about me.
安心した。
Reluctant though I am, I release her.
明日も恋人、よろしくお願いします。
Yeah, of course.
じゃあ、
I know
戻ろ
that they're doing this, this pretend shit to try and see, to build experience, but also to, see if the two of them can get closer together and all that. But I already think that, the stepping stones have already been laid down. And I've talked about this before, but just how they met, their experiences in the very beginning, I love that shit. And that shit really got things going. Okay, what I'm gonna do, just ignore all this. I guess, I'm assuming it was the recording session I did whenever I was stupidly tired. I accidentally saved over here, which I didn't mean to do because I've been trying to use each save slot to show how many episodes we've done in the playthrough so far. So I'm gonna end the playthrough and save it onto this one because that'd be the 15th episode that we're recording here. Last one was the 14th, but I thought it was the 13th because I saved here. Anyways, that's the method of my madness. Mary and I spend more time in our relationship over the next few days, until something different happens one morning. The group we make to head to school is a member short.
単純に二度寝してるんじゃない？
That's not like her at all. We ate breakfast together. We'd all gone back to our own rooms to grab our bags after that. We do it every morning. It's our routine. Except Mary hasn't arrived at the meeting spot. Maybe all the exhaustion from working on the play and the script every day has gotten to her?
部屋を見てきたら恋人なんでしょ？
Yeah, fake one.
かわいいかわいい愛しの君の寝顔を見られるかもしれないわよ。
What, she fell back asleep maybe? I would like to see that, I can't deny. Fine, I'll go take a look. You go on ahead.
私は邪魔者？
You are. In this route. Well, Mary and I are dating, quote unquote.
埋め合わせはそのうちしてもらうから。
What compensation exactly? Regardless, Sayo heads off to class and I head back to Mary's room. What will we see? Probably nothing good. I knock on Mary's door only to have it thrown open in my face.
ごめんね。もうちょっとだから先に行ってて。
What more do you need to do? What are you doing? I have a pretty good idea, but I ask anyway.
台本を書き直してて。
Oh, there we go. I'll wait for you. There's still time.
でも、神父さんが時間ギリギリは良くないよ。
No, a priest shouldn't be seen doing anything that he's been doing recently. A priest shouldn't be, doing these sorts of things at all that we've seen so far in this story, but who gives a shit? And a boyfriend shouldn't leave his girlfriend behind. I like that one better.
じゃあ、中で待ってて。すぐ終わらせるから。
Well, it's nice in here. There's an unorganized mess of papers, the script, I imagine, spread over Mary's desk. She immediately gets back to writing. I sit in a chair and watch over her. I thought she had it pretty much down, but I guess she's still got a lot of work to do. That's quite some concentration. I decide to just watch the clock. However, Mary finishes up just as fast as she said that she would.
こんなとこかな。じゃあ行こう。
Well, yeah, I suppose so.
昨日ね、リツくんと
Mary takes a pause to look around.
恋人をしてみたでしょ。
Why are you being quiet? Oh, that's right. Yeah, sure.
それでいろいろ思いついちゃって。
Perfect. Then you know what? Even so, we were hoping for something a little bit more, like them getting closer together, which is hopefully happening. The idea is experience. The idea is to get more thoughts down on paper. So I added them to the script.
私が演じる役の子が吸血鬼を好きになるのがまだちょっと不自然だなって思ったの。だから戸惑ったりドキドキしたりそういうシーンを足したんだよ。
Huh. Can't wait to see what it's like.
あんまり期待しないで。もう直感でうわーって勢いで書いちゃったから変になってるかも。
Hey, you never know. We'll fix that when we all go over it together.
その前にリツくんが読んでくれない？
Oh, the fact that she's asking us. She doesn't need to be so worried. No one's gonna make fun of her. I mean, they might, but I guess that's what it's like when you're showing off your own creations.
やっぱり恥ずかしいから。
Yeah, sure. I'll go over it before we start practicing this evening.
よろしくね。
Yeah, we got this shit. We got Mary's back. I'm sure whatever she's throwing together, it's all gonna work out in some way. After class...
お待たせ。
I didn't wait at all. Mary tiptoes into the room holding the script.
ではどうぞお読みください。
She thrusts it toward me, so I take it and start flipping through. The added scene has been politely labeled for me.
そこからここまでが書き足したシーンなの。
Alright, let's take a look.
お願いします。
Mary bows her head quickly. She wrote the whole thing this morning, so there's not much to it. I finished reading in 5 minutes or so.
どうかな。
Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty good.
本当？
The added scene is one where the vampire hugs the heroine from behind. He doesn't feel like words are enough to thank her for saving him, so his feelings for her drive him into action. This scene definitely makes it feel more natural.
だよねだよね。
A story doesn't have to be told with just words, right? Like, actions can be even more, powerful than words ever could be. Acting this out is going to be embarrassing, though. Still, it won't be as bad as a kiss scene.
じゃあ今練習してみてもいい？
Oh, fine by me. Like now? Personally, I'd rather wait until everyone else is here. It helps me remain calm.
みんながいるとちょっと恥ずかしいから。
Yeah, see, we got two conflicting sides here. Well, okay then. Let's do it.
あ、その前にね、手をつなぎたいの。
She's just jumping right into this shit now. Sure. I'm always happy for physical contact with Mary. I hold out my hand, which Mary covers with both of hers.
リツくんは怒らないって言ったから自己暗示。
Self-persuasion? What does she mean by that? Cool, go for it.
ありがとう。じゃあ私はリツくん
Oh, this stuff, okay.
好きになる。
I mean, when you think about it this way, it's a little, odd and maybe rude that she has to convince herself like that, But it is just a playful relationship. It's not even a real relationship. She squeezes down on my hand as she tries to convince herself. She makes a complicated expression, but I'm pretty sure she's blushing. Though I'm probably blushing far more.
じゃあやってみる。
Yes, let's. The scene starts with a conversation between the main heroine and the vampire, who is now fully back to health.
随分と元気になられたみたいでよかったです。
Thanks to you. If you had not welcomed me into your abode, I fear the sun's rays would have reduced me to naught but ash. I hug Mary from behind as she goes to leave the room. Thank you, truly.
いえ、
I do as the script states and kiss her on the neck. God damn, I didn't know that was in the script.
私を吸血鬼にするおつもりですか？
As much as such an occurrence would please me, I do not.
冗談はやめてください。
I'm serious.
私をあまり惑わさないでください。
Mary pushes her way out of my arms. Then you're saying I can be hopeful?
知りません。
Do excuse me. I bow politely in apology. This vampire is pretty cunning. We vampires lead people astray, that is true, but I would never lie about my feelings.
信用してもいいのですか？
That is for you to decide.
やっぱりからかっているじゃないですか。
No, I can't decide for you whether you trust me or not. Only you can.
失礼します。
Mary then leaves the room, bringing the scene to an end. I like that. This is the scene where the heroine's heart begins to waver, huh? Mary? Oh, goddamn, she's letting it get to her. I said that you wrote the scene to depict the heroine's heart wavering.
吸血鬼のアプローチも少しは必要かなって思ったの。
I think it's great. Oh, it's gonna get the audience's attention.
これでいくね。
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one. And we're already to the next day. Or maybe it's the same day. Nope, it's been multiple days. We continue to practice for a few days, new scene included until...
ごめんなさい。ちょっと書き直しました。
Yeah, you gotta stop with that shit. Mary rushes around handing out new scripts to the group who has gathered here for practice. Apparently, she'd had a flash of inspiration the moment she woke up and started making amendments right away.
何をどれくらい変えたの？
Risa's eyes narrow as she flips through the new script.
そんなに大きくは変えていないと思います。基本的にはセリフの整理、全体的な言い回しの見直しが中心で、あと一つシーンを追加しました。それ、結構な修正なんじゃないの？一から覚え直しでしょうか。
Yeah, that's a huge problem with changing the script like this when people are beginning to memorize and
二人のとこ
shit.
ろはあんまり変わってないよ。変わったのは私とリツくんのセリフがほとんどだから。とはいえ、改めて最初から読み合わせした方が良さそうね。
Yeah, and to stop making changes.
そうですね。全体としてどう変わったのか把握しないと演技の挑戦もできませんし。余計な手間をかけさせてごめんなさい。別に謝ることはないわよ。その方が良くなると思ったから直したんでしょ。
You gotta appreciate how much everybody's on board here. Even Sayo.
めんどくさいのは事実だけど。
You gotta appreciate her honesty, too. Mary's expression does an about face as Sayo's words swing her directly from joy to sorrow. I'm 90% sure Sayo did that on purpose just to see Mary's reactions. Anyway, let's start with our read.
私と
What is it?
ご歓談中失礼いたします。
But I bring you more
お代わりをお
tea.
持ちしました。
That just reads weird.
ありがとう。
Wouldn't it be I've brought you more tea? Thanks. So you were saying?
ごめんなさい。なんでもないの。露骨に思わせぶりな態度をしておいて、何か言いたいことがあるならはっきりお言い。本当になんでもないから姉さん。はい。
That just felt so awkward. I didn't even know that we were actually, doing the table read. Everyone relaxes as soon as Risa claps her hands.
だいぶ良くなったね、メアリーさん。本当ですか？
I guess the awkwardness was a part of the fucking scene, but I didn't even know we started.
はい。
I thought I was just
私も
confused.
そう思います。
As per usual.
まだまだ白真のって感じではないけど、単調極まる棒状態から多少の進歩があったのは認めるにやぶさかではないわ。
You can just compliment her, instead of hiding behind your criticism.
でもよかった。少しはマシになってるってことなんだよね、私。
気持ちの揺れが喋りに乗って抑揚がつくようになった。台本の修正もいい方向に働いてると思う。
However, Risa crosses her arms in thought and sighs. However,
もっとブレずにそれができるようにならないとね。
for real, actually. No, that's really bad, though.
さっきやり直した時、最初の時とはニュアンスが変わってしまっていたでしょ。もちろんそういうところが舞台の生もの感につながるところもあるけど、一人芝居ならともかく複数で作り上げるものだから、やっぱりね、きちんとコントロールが安定しているって大切だと思うの。
She makes a good point.
はい。
Mary nods, her shoulders dropping. I don't think she's like in any trouble or anything, but like, yeah, we gotta stop, doing some crazy shit here. We should probably just, continue along. I'm sure you'll get used to it the more we practice. I mean, you've come such a long way already. I know you can do it.
そうですね。私たちだってまだまだですし。ありがとう。頑張るよ。
じゃあもう一度今のシーンを頭からやって、そのまま切らずに次のシーンに入るね。
I mean, everybody's having fun, right? I think there's no true harm here. Whole nother day? I think it is. That or it's the same day. Nope, it's the same day transitioning into
そ
the
れじゃあ
evening.
今日はここまでにしましょうか。
Whole lot of rehearsal, a whole lot of practice, a whole lot of reading. Risa's signal feels like someone took a pin to the ballooning tension within the room.
修正ポイントをみんなそれぞれ自分でも復習しておいてね。
はい。お疲れ様でした。本当に疲れた。喋りすぎて喉が渇いたわ。温かい飲み物を入れてきますね。
Want me to help?
いえいえ、とんでもない。
Oh my god, you can stop that
どうか幸せな
shit.
仕事を奪うような真似を
Come
な
on,
さらない
Akari.
でくださいませ。ご主人様。
Akari smiles, recites a line from the script, and then leaves the room with an elegant curtsy.
ああ、すごい鮮やか。
Yeah, it's like she was meant for the role. It's
お
weird.
見事。すっかり演技が板についている。
日頃から猫かぶりの演技をしてるってことなんじゃないの？
I wouldn't say your role is exactly heavy in the acting department either, Sayo.
ええ。だってこの役、ほとんど素なんだもの。
Sayo tosses her rolled up script to the side and sends an implicit gaze toward Mary.
ぽややんとしているようで、意外と人をよく見てるのね、あなた。
Oh, come on, we're okay.
そうなのかな。
She's fumbling over her words unless she was referring to Mary. Mary probably doesn't see herself that way at all.
でも正直なところ、あんまり深く考えずに感覚で書いたんだよね。モデルをイメージして書いてるのは間違いないんだけど、想像による部分が大きいっていうか。どっちかっていうと、さよちゃんやあかりちゃんがこういうこと言ったら似合うんじゃないかなって思ったことを書いた感じなの。
You might just be a natural writer then, with how well the lines fit.
そうだね。あとはそれを自分の演技に関しても適用できればいいんだけど。
Mary drops her shoulders dejectedly.
それはなかなか難しいです。ままならないものね。自分のことが一番わかんないんだよ。
Don't we all? Mary groans and holds her head in an adorable fashion. It would work perfectly in the play, I think. That's all the more reason to not think about it so hard then. Stop worrying so hard about trying to act your part and just relax instead. I think that'll help.
そうだね。お芝居を意識しすぎて、かえって不自然になってるようなところはあるかも。
言ってることはわかるんだけど、それができたら苦労はしないんだよ。意識しないことを意識しちゃうわけでさ。
You've turned it into some kind of philosophy question.
まあ誰しも性分というものはあるからね。そうなると、リツくんが頑張ってメアリーさんをフォローしてあげるしかないかな。
Yeah, of course I will. Do you have something specific in mind, though? Is there anything I can do to help Mary through her mental barriers?
それはもちろん、意識しないことを意識しちゃってるメアリーさんを可愛いという目で見ているという包み込むようなお芝居をすること。 だよ。
Honestly, I think reliance on your peers is a
その
really
メアリ
good
ーさん
thing.
の上がりをそういうキャラクター演出の一部であるように見せてしまう。
This is a whole lot of teamwork
こん
here.
な風に迫ら
Teamwork
れた
to
ら
make everything
女
play
の
out
子
so
がぎ
goddamn
こち
well
な
in
い
the
反応して
performance.
しまうの
So,
も当然だと
you know,
観客が
just
感じるような
rely on each other and everybody will do their job and then there's nothing to worry about.
すごくハイレベルな
If everybody is
イケメ
doing
ン
their
王子
job
様
well,
としての
then you're gonna do
臭
your
いけれ
job
ど
well.
大真面目で本気な演技が求められるね。
爆笑と、やだ、かっこいいのスレスレみたいな。
そうそう
Okay, I sort of get it, but I don't know if that's something I can do. This all feels rather ridiculous to me.
リツならできるでしょ？
多分できるよ。
できると思う。はい、私もできると思います。
Where the fuck did you come from? All three of them, followed up by Akari bringing back some tea, look at me and nod. I really wish they wouldn't think so highly of me. If anything, they're misjudging me. Even so, I'll do what I can. I say with an exaggerated shrug. I'm to play a womanizing vampire opposite Mary. A part of me is very much looking forward to this. I'll get to hold her hand, whisper sweet words of love into her ear, and view her reactions from right up close. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's all I wanted. It's so perfect. Alright, we're gonna be calling it here. I think we're almost done with this little, chapter or whatever, but yeah, we'll call it on that one. We are at Mary, 5 out of 14, but I think we're about to be at 6 out of 14, so we're making some pretty good progress here. But yep, we'll call it there. Thank you all for tuning in. Feels good to be back with some Aoi Tori. Oh, how I missed it. Hope you guys are ready for whatever is to continue to come here in Mary's route. I know I'm pretty excited, and I hope you all are as well. But thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and all that fancy jazz, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.